Pulsar released their creator versions of their X2 models, and this right here is the X2 Mini Boardzy version. And as you can see, it is a beautiful zebra finish. The mouse came with your usual accessories like the dongle, the USB cord, the extender, but most importantly, a collectible card that will be worth millions in the future. In addition, with this mouse you get a lifetime membership to the Zebra gang. What was changed from the original were mainly the coating, obviously, the switches and the scroll wheel encoder. I read somewhere that they also made some changes to the internal structure, but I can't confirm that since I don't have the original X2 and I can't find the source to that information anywhere. The new switches are Huano blue shell pink dots, and I have talked about them a lot in my previous videos and also have soldered them to many other mice I have. The implementation of the switches are quite good on this mouse. When I first got it, there was a slight difference in sound between the mouse 1 and mouse 2 buttons, but that evened out really quickly. Now the clicking feels really nice and snappy, and Pulsar has managed to keep the post and pre-travel in check really well on my copy. The Huano blue shell pink dot switches are a switch that are more prone to post and pre-travel than, for example, the KL switches, so I'd say the implementation of the Huano blue shell pink dots are really well done here. The scroll wheel encoder was swapped to TTC Gold dustproof from the non-dustproof version, and like on the switches, there was something weird happening when I first got the mouse out of the box. The scrolling felt somewhat inconsistent and the middle click was sometimes stuck for a bit. Maybe the scroll wheel was out of place or the loop was not evenly spread or something else, because the problems went away after one day of use. Now it honestly feels really premium scroll wheel, but you really should not have those inconsistency issues with the new mouse. The scrolling feels moderately tactile and there are no rattling noises or anything coming from it. It's really satisfying to scroll. Side buttons are also really snappy and they are shaped so that they are not intrusive at all. I like them very much. Here is a quick sound test of all the buttons. Now let's talk about the coating. It is a somewhat chalky feeling and reasonably grippy coating. It's not a fingerprint magnet either, so I'd say it's really good. At least for me, there is no need for adding grips to this. It's not as rubberized on the XM2WE, for example, and not as paint-like than on the Vaxi XC, for example. This is one of my favorite feeling coatings nonetheless. One fun feature is that you can actually feel the zebra stripes on the mouse buttons, and the zebra look is beautiful. Just look at that. Biggest surprise for me on this mouse was how solid it feels. The shell is really structurally solid, and after a few weeks there is no creaking or bending at all, and I can't actuate the side buttons while pressing down from the side really hard. There is a slight sideways wobble on the mouse 1 and 2, and little less would be preferred. It's on the verge of being noticeable in use, so I'm eager to see if it worsens with time. At least during these past weeks I have not noticed any increase, but we'll see. The weight on the box is also totally wrong. On my unit at least. The box says it's 52 grams, but on my scale it measures 57 grams. I'm a bit baffled by this, honestly. Maybe they did some structural reinforcement with the creator editions, or the original is also heavier than advertised, or they measured it without skates or something. But in use it does not really matter. It feels really lightweight and great to use. For the sensor performance I'm not gonna talk about much because it's still the X2. It has the 3395 sensor with the Comp X MCU, and it has motion sync you can disable from the Pulsar program if you want. The motion sync adds 1 millisecond of motion delay, so with it the motion delay is 2 milliseconds, and without motion sync it's 1 millisecond approximately. However, from these graphs you can see how much the motion sync smooths the graphs out. Do you notice it in real use? maybe if you are extra sensitive to this kind of stuff. I usually use a traditional relaxed or aggressive claw, but on the X2 Mini, my grip adjusted to a knuckle claw grip, and I found my aim to be really good in Apex. Mainly because now I have some downwards range of motion as well, together with the great stability from the knuckles. The button height on the front is also very low, which makes the mouse feel like I'm aiming with my fingertips. This is all in all very fun mouse to use. I feel very confident playing with this. So all in all, I like this mouse a lot, and the new switches, the coating and the build quality feels really solid. However, I still had some issues with the switches and the scroll wheel when I first got the mouse, so Pulsar needs to up their quality control game a bit still. I was lucky enough that the problem almost fixed itself, but others might not be as lucky or patient as I am with the problems. Let me know in the comments what mouse release you are waiting for the most this year, and press like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. See you on the next one. Goodbye, guys.